Hey, 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 everybody. It is Thursday. How's everybody doing? Wait for everybody to join us on the couch. Come on through, everybody. Come on through. It is NFL season week 1. Let's go ahead and get and tonight, yet again, another Washington football team show. Talking all Washington football. All Washington football. What's up, Lydell? What's up, Cameron Mingo? Are y'all ready for some football? Look, I'm going to wait for some more folks to get on up in here. You all say what's up. Speak to everybody because we have a lot to discuss. How are you, Laverne? What's up, lady? You guys want to make sure you have your DC sports loving family and friends tuned in. My line sister Teresa is on. Everybody say what's up to her. My sister, CWall facilitator, Joy. Everybody say what's up to Joy. Listen, you guys, I am still trying to give you all time to make sure you get your fellow DC sports loving family and friends in on this live discussion. You especially want your family and friends that are Washington football team fans joined in. Okay, because that's all we're going to talk about. Remember last week? That's all we talked about. Guess what we're doing this week? We're going to talk about it again. Okay? And let me just let you all know, Joy loves when the topic is all Washington football. So if you are checking in and you are a Washington football team fan, I need you to give me a love emoji. I need a hail to the Washington football team. I need to know that you're in the building on the couch so that we can coach from the couch, because that's the name of the show. So first of all, I got to check in. I got to make sure you all are doing well and you're doing okay. While we get into the conversation, I need you all to give me just one word that describes how you're feeling today. Tell me how you're feeling, because I got to make sure I do a wellness check on my people. Y'all are my folks. So before we get into this, of course, I got to make sure you all are okay. So give me one word, just one good old word that describes exactly how you are feeling at this moment. You guys, there's so much going on. And while you all are giving me that one word, I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking like, wow. And I see Teresa's already responded. She's doing great. That's awesome. And I'm like, so much is still going on with COVID. So very much. And we're making it through. And let's continue to pray for our essential workers. Let's continue to pray for those who have lost loved ones, because it is definitely a trying time. So we want to keep those individuals in our thoughts and prayers. We got to remember to wear our mask and wash our hands and use hand sanitizer and be as safe as possible. And I was sitting there and I was continuing to think, and I see all of the responses: thankful, great, pumped. And I was like, wow, I wouldn't have never guessed that we would have been sitting up here watching all of the sports during the same time. I mean, we're talking NFL week 1. Technically, it starts tonight, right, guys? And we got tennis going on. We got the NBA going on. We got Major League Baseball, hockey, you name it. It's being played right now. So I am excited about it. I'm praying for all of the organizations across the leagues and everyone who has to support and has to be out during this time, because we want everybody to be, most importantly, we want them to be what? We want them to be safe. We want them to be safe. Yes, we are going to enjoy all of this. We're going to be very entertained, but we absolutely want everyone to be well, and we want them to be safe. So I got to get into that soapbox, because I think it is very, very important for us to remember that fact. Continue to be safe. Now, do you all are your folks in the room? Are your folks ready to jump in to the Washington football team discussion? So first things first topic, because this is week 1, the Washington football team captains have been named. They were named. If you all are aware, the captains are voted on by the players. So the players choose the captains. Okay, so the Washington football team 2020 captains are your quarterback, starting quarterback, Dwayne Haskins Jr. We have O-lineman Brandon Sheriff, defensive lineman Jonathan Allen, safety Landon Collins, and DeShazer Everett. How y'all feeling about the team captains? Welcome into the room, John Adams. We coach it from the couch. It's week 1. How are you all feeling about the team captains? My initial reaction, while you all are sharing your reaction, is I'm glad the players voted for Dwayne. We've seen some of the other players operate in a leadership capacity. Absolutely, Jonathan Allen, Landon Collins as well, Brandon Sheriff. We know that even DeShazer last year had an opportunity to operate in that capacity as well. So I was very happy to see that the players voted for Dwayne. And I was very interested in seeing what Coach Rivera had to say about Haskins being voted team captain. So I want to share that with you all. Coach Rivera says, I think that was cool. I really did, because it just showed everybody noticed. Not just me or the other coaches or you guys or other teammates. They all noticed. They all noticed that he's right there, that he's doing the right things that he said he would do. The things that he and I talked about, that's great. That's great to see. It really was. It was a thing that there's a lot of gratification when you see a young man succeed and do things the right way. Now he's got to go out and put that performance on the football field and see what happens. Exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. I think, and from what I'm seeing on the comments, you all feel the same way. Very proud of Haskins. I see your comment. I'm gonna call you Q, because I don't want to mess up your name. Y'all don't want to mispronounce your name, but y'all know that you're rooting for Dwayne and he's a gem. Absolutely. I was proud to see just Coach Rivera mentioning and being very open that he was proud to know that everyone noticed. The right people noticed to put him in this position, and that's his teammates. We've been talking about Haskins for a while, and you all know that I've been sharing with you all that I truly believe that we are going to see a different player out there. I'm excited for this kid, because I think now he gets a real opportunity, a true opportunity. Yes, of course there was a learning curve. Yes, there were some ups and downs, some challenges for sure, but he had an honest opportunity, and he seized it, and it is recognized by his peers, and I think that is huge. So he's earned it. Looking forward to great things from him and watching him continuing to grow and mature. I think we already are going to see a different person on that football field on Sunday. I just feel it. I really do. So I wanted to shout out Dwayne specifically, because as I mentioned, we've seen some of the other players be in a leadership capacity before. So this is great for him. And I believe that his teammates honestly wanted him there. So kudos. Now, Miss Tina, glad you up in here. Everybody say hello to Tina, one of the biggest Washington football team fans in the area. Look, y'all gonna make me slip up one day and call him the old name. I've been doing good. At least when y'all not watching, I've been doing really good. And you all say what's up to the originator, Sherrod Oliphant, lead sports writer for CWall Sports and Entertainment. All of those fabulous articles that you all read are written by Sherrod. So make sure you all say what's up to my CWall team member, lead sports writer, Sherrod, the originator, Oliphant, because he's tuned in also. And he's going to be chiming in. And while you all are on here, if I miss a question, make sure you can ping Sherrod. You can ask him too. You can ask him too for sure. Now, moving on to the injury report. And I see you, Nat. And I say what's up. Got my line sisters tuning in this evening. Let's get to the injury report because you know that's a piece of this, right? We must discuss that. So I think the final injury report comes out tomorrow, right? So of note that I think is important, Thomas Davis Sr. is dealing with a calf injury. He was limited in practice yesterday. He did not practice today. So I think that that's something to watch. We may not see Thomas Davis on Sunday. So let's keep that in mind. Sadiq Charles dealing with a calf injury as well. And see, this is when I start to really pay attention because we know that Sadiq has been dealing with, am I saying his name right? I hope so, but I'm going to keep calling him Sadiq until someone corrects me. He's been dealing with this injury. It's been lingering for a while. So he was limited yesterday and today. Kendall Fuller, knee injury. If you all have been paying attention, Kendall Fuller has also not been good at all. He's not been, we haven't been seeing him lately. So I don't know what's up with that, but we got to keep an eye on that because I don't know what's going on with his knee. Jonathan Allen was back at practice today. Antonio Gandy Golden, they said he had a concussion, but he was full again. So full meaning in practice, full participant in practice. So that's Washington football's injury report as I see it right here. So yeah, I don't know anyone. It's exactly right what Wallace is saying. I'm concerned about Kendall Fuller as well. Not a lot of feedback and knowledge of what's going on with his knee. But we do know that we live in the land of next man up. So I think that's definitely something that should be watched and should continue to be monitored as we get into the season. So I don't know what to expect. You know, we're going to get to some bold predictions in a moment because I did ask the question of bold predictions. So and you all can think through, if you haven't already shared on the page, what the bold predictions are, or what your bold predictions are, because I got some good ones. They bold. Like they're bold. So let's get to bold predictions in a moment. I do want to go through what Coach Rivera was sharing in his press conference today because I think some of it is important for our discussion this evening. The question was asked about the plans for the national anthem on game days. Okay, so let's get into that. He said, This is Coach Rivera when I say he said, I literally just had a meeting with our team captains and we're going to have that discussion tomorrow. The biggest thing that I just said to them, I said, this has to be about respecting each other's choice of what to do. I think that's the most important thing. It's funny because people say, oh, you should all kneel together, or you should kneel because it doesn't show team unity. Well, I think that's wrong. I think if half your team kneels and half your team stands and everybody respects that, that's team unity. That to me really is because I am mature enough to respect your right as an American, the First Amendment, to kneel, and you respect my right to stand. That's the important thing that I think we have to get out, is that some people have this thought that this is what you should do, and some people have this thought about what you should not do. Well, guess what? The world is about compromise and respect. If you don't respect the person's right, then you're not respecting the First Amendment. That's the way I approach it. So, we know that the team will do something. Some players will absolutely kneel. Some will stand. I think the biggest takeaway for me in that answer from Rivera is that whatever your teammate decides to do, respect it. Absolutely respect it. And I think that's a very fair message. And I hope it continues. I hope the message continues throughout the season. And it's not just something that we see on week 1, but that the team feels empowered and the players feel empowered to make that stand, and that they feel respected and encouraged by their teammates to do as such. So I respected that. I felt like I wanted to bring that up because I'd already saw it being circulated over the internet. What Coach Rivera said, and I think that's very fair. Respect is huge. So we shall see. We shall see. I mean, we're starting out the season with a big game, NFC East game. And Wallace is mentioning here, the Eagles are missing 2 of their starting receivers. Yeah, but to that point, yeah, I still want all the starters out there. I'm with Wallace 110%. So I don't know. I mean, NFC East, this is a big game aside from whatever happens with the national anthem. To me, I really, now this is when I'm talking about all teams, right? All my favorite teams. I almost want to adopt, because I was going to ask bold predictions on the season, and I talked a little bit about that last week. But then I started saying, well, if we think back, because I held on to this, that Davey Martinez shared with everyone about the Nets, it was go 1-0 every game. So I think that's what the team has to adopt on Sunday. What I do want to do is kind of temper expectations, if that makes sense. Now, I absolutely want the team to win. Absolutely. We talked a bit about that last week and how I just feel like, look, I don't want to settle for no 5-win season, no 6-win season. You go out there, you play to win. That's that. But there is something to be said for there not being any preseason games. This might be a little rough. And one of the bold predictions that I saw that someone commented back on my question about bold predictions for Sunday, it's let's get a win with no major injuries. And I'm like, you know what? That's the right attitude. If we can get out of if we'll be at FedEx Field. If you can leave the stadium on Sunday with a W and no major injuries, that's good. That's great, actually. And that's all we can hope for, because the rust will be out there. Coach Rivera made a comment in the press conference. It's how good are they? We'll see on Sunday, because they haven't been in the game atmosphere. So They've gone out to FedEx Field. They've scrimmaged out there. And I believe they had the music playing and they tried to get the vibe going, but that's still playing against each other. So I'm sure there'll be some jitters, but I'm sure they'll be ready to go. But I think every team, we're going to see some rust both ways. I'm just hoping that Washington is less rusty than the opponent. But there won't be fans there. And so they'll have to find creative and innovative ways to get riled up and get going with the energy, because we do know, let's be all honest, the fans bring a high level of intensity and energy to the game. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely right. So that's what they do. That's what they bring. But then I wonder what the NFL can learn from all of the other leagues that have been up and running so far. Now, this was an opportunity for the NFL to learn from everyone else's mistakes. They can learn what went well. They can also learn what didn't go so well and build on that. So I'm anxious to see even the energy level of how they come to play, all of that. Because of course there's a question about the fans and the level, but I also want to again say, without having those 4 preseason games, and we know that the main starters don't play all preseason games. When there is a preseason, more often than not, you don't see them in the 4th preseason game. That's going to be, I don't know. I'm being very honest in terms of in what to expect. I think what I do expect to see is a competitive team. I do not expect to see a team that looks lethargic with no energy, a team that looks like they're all out of sorts, all out of whack, don't know where they're going, don't know what position they're supposed to be in. I'm expecting to see a team that is ready to compete. And they're on that field on Sunday at 1 o'clock to win a football game. That is what I allow to see. That's what I'm hoping and hoping that we all see. And that's I'm still in the place where I think it's important to just see the difference in the progression, in the attitude, in the culture. I'm going to go back to Haskins as being a leader, now a team captain. I expect to see a level up from him. I absolutely want to see a level up from Troy Apke, because we've been hearing his name all training camp. I think he has absolutely thrived in this new defense. So I want to see a progression. And I think that's fair. I really do. I just want to see a different tempo, right? Faster, physical. That's what I'm looking for. And no injuries. We can get out of there with no injuries. And then a W would be the plus for sure. But to Wallace's point again, no preseason. Ooh, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But as long, I really feel strongly about this in terms of just seeing the different mindset. Y'all remember watching some of the games and the team would just look like they didn't know where they was going? Everybody was confused and they just didn't know where they were. Seriously, I don't want to see that. Now, that's what I don't want to see. I want to see a team that looks like they are there to play football and to win, and that they want to be there and they know what positions that they should be in. Now, I know that sounds very just fundamentals, but the honest truth is we haven't seen those fundamentals. Let's just be honest. We had not seen them in quite some time. So I'm anxious to see them just get back to basics, back to the fundamentals, and have a strong, competitive, game for sure. Now I got to get to, we got about 5 more minutes, y'all. 5 more minutes. And Q, to your point, did you see? I saw you commending Sherrod. Did you see Sherrod did an article on Landon Collins too? This could easily, to Sherrod's article, make sure, did you check that one out? Because Sherrod spoke on that very thing about Landon Collins having a big year. This could absolutely be a breakout year for Landon Collins for certain. Now let's get to the bold predictions. Okay? Because some of these bold predictions are bold, y'all. They bold, okay? But I'm going to read them. Y'all, look. I think I need glasses. Look how I'm moving the screen back. So, Brian, team wins. Did I call him the Skins? I think I did. I don't know. I'm going to slip up. I just called him that. Sorry. I'm trying. 24-16. Washington going to win. Brian says the defense going to score a touchdown. That's cool. That's not too. Is Derek P? Are you watching? Because Derek says, again, another win. Washington 27, Philly 23. Terry McLaurin has the 100+ yard game, 100 yards plus. Week 1 for Terry McLaurin. Okay. Jimmy Moreland gets an INT. That's good. We're going to see Chase Young get his first NFL sack. I can't wait to see it. Gibson, 58 carrying yards, 64 receiving. Derek got into the nuts and bolts, didn't he? I know that's right. How y'all feel about that bold prediction? I think it's good. You know, Terry McLaurin going out 100 yards. You know, week 1, you know, who knows? This is bold prediction. But that Chase Young NFL sack, I might have to clap. Because there's more where that is going to come from. Johnny Leon Hill, bold prediction, game score, Washington 28, Eagles 17. I almost forgot who they were playing. I think that's fair. So far, most of the bold predictions scores have the Washington football team winning. So while I'm reading off these bold predictions, you all tell me your bold predictions if you haven't submitted them already. Terrence Brooks said we winning 19-16. 19-16. Oh, Washington the underdog? Okay. What else is new? John Adams, I see yours here. I see yours. Chase Young. Oh, this is a real bold prediction. Hold up a second, John. Chase Young will have 5 tackles, 3 hurries, 2 sacks. Bold prediction. We had one that said we're going to see him get his first sack. You got 2 sacks here. Bold prediction. I'm with it. Uh-oh. Lamar Bland. Y'all call your guy Lamar up in here. Okay, I see another one. Washington 35, Eagles 14. That's all good. All good. Bold prediction. Troy Apke gets an interception, a pick 6. Oh, would love to see that. Montez Sweat gets 2 sacks. Washington football team scores 30+ points. More than 30. I would love to see that. Cameron Mingo, how you let me? Cameron, how did I miss yours here? Cameron, Washington sacks went 7 times. Now that's a bold prediction. And Washington wins by 3 touchdowns. Count them off. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Bold prediction. Bold prediction. I see another one here from Francis' son, Chase with 3 sacks. Another one with Terry over 100 yards. He's saying over 150 yards receiving. Y'all think Terry gonna go out there and smoke everybody on Sunday? That's what y'all think. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. give me something to smile about. I'm smiling at the thought of it because here's the reality. It's football season. And that's something that we can all be happy about. Mike Lyles. Is Mike on here? Haskins got 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing TD for Haskins. It's a bold prediction. Bold prediction. Yes, that was Lamar's prediction. It's a lot. It's a whole lot of these. Jay Datcher. The team will score 2 rushing touchdowns and force 2 turnovers on defense. I see another win from my guy Theo Alexander, 24-17. Antoine Brown, another bold prediction. Got the team over 30 points, 31-17. Antonio Gibson leading the way with 125 yards rushing and 75 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. Now that's a bold prediction. You guys, we made it another week. We made it to 8 o'clock. I'm excited. I really, really am. I feel good about this. I don't feel bad. I don't feel like I have to come up here and lie to y'all and be like, y'all get excited. And it ain't nothing to get excited about. But again, I do want to say again, and I've based on some of the comments that I've seen, I think you all already understand this, which is phenomenal. And that is no playoff games. Temper your expectations. We love the bold predictions because, hey, listen, maybe the Philly team, maybe their rust is bad, and we can, and that's a good thing for Washington football. I think I saw someone ask about the defense, and I've seen so much about Washington's defense being one of the best in the league. I really, really think that it's time. I think it's time. I think the talent is there on the roster, and this defense can be exactly who I wanted them to be last year and the year before, but who I thought they were going to be last year, I think they will be this year. I'm holding very strong to my opinions on this defense because on paper they mean, and they can be, but it has to show on the field. I think Jack Del Rio gonna have these guys ready to go. Again, might not look like it on Sunday, but we're gonna see a great progression already. I think we're already gonna see a different team, which is what we all want to see and what we deserve to see. So, who's ready? I am going to miss the tailgating piece of everything. But at any rate, let's get ready. So, and there's a lot of sports on tonight, too. It's a lot of sports on, period. So, if you are a sports fanatic like myself, you are enjoying your time in the house, being safe, watching all the games. So, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and the rest of the CWall team for another episode of Coaching from the Couch. You guys, listen, Joy already put it all down there. Wash your hands. Be kind to one another. Always prayers for the essential workers. And thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you all next week.